Former Prime Minister John Major says that reform is a threat to Britain.
Form. It's a ragbag, really. What's his philosophy? What's his purpose? What are his convictions? I don't know. He's got nothing good to offer. Why is he getting so many votes? They're wholly negative votes.
I think he has that backwards. Politicians like John Major are the reason that reform and restore Britain exist. The populist right has exploded onto the political scene across Britain and Europe because establishment conservatives like John Major abandoned right-wing politics. They gave up on national sovereignty, embraced internationalization, embraced mass migration, and became pro-war.
Britain's forces have been in action in the Gulf. Their skill and courage has already been tested. Tonight, I want to explain to you why they are there and what this conflict is about.
John Major supported every one of those positions, and those positions are no longer popular, especially not on the right. Today, they are far more associated with people like Keir Starmer and the modern Labour Party than with the populist right. Major is not a man of the right, not really. He's an internationalist who explicitly rejects nationalism. He's the antithesis of everything that the surging populist right is all about. Hello, I'm Michael. This is Southern Realism, a channel about power, geopolitics, and decline. What could be more fundamental to the right than protecting national sovereignty?
We share sovereignty with other people, but apparently on European matters, we're not to share sovereignty in the eyes of believers with our nearest neighbours, and that makes no sense to me at all.
The greatest popular movement in recent British history was all about this. No, Brexit was not implemented well. Boris Johnson used it as an opportunity to flood Britain with millions of immigrants that the British people did not want.
No one believes more strongly than me in the benefits of migration to our country.
But Brexit itself was an attempt by the British people to reclaim the sovereignty that they had lost to the European Union. John Major rejected that movement.
Brexit is a nationalist concept, really. Never mind other countries, it's just us, And nationalism is alien to the long-standing British tradition over several hundred years.
He attacked its leaders and openly longs for the day when British sovereignty is once again handed over to bureaucrats in Brussels.
As to whether we'll ever get back in the long term, not in the near future, I'm afraid. There's too much mistrust, too much fear that parties like Reform would break any deals and promises that were made were they to come to any form of power.
The single biggest issue driving right-wing populist parties today across the Western world is mass migration.
If we get serious on deportations, they won't be necessary for long. Send the following message and the boats will stop. If you come to the UK illegally, you won't be met with luxury accommodation. What will the British government do to you? 2 words: detain, deport. This is the only way. Thank you.
The public wants the boats stopped. They want illegal immigrants deported. They want much lower immigration. The polling is overwhelmingly clear on this. John Major has taken the opposite side.
Now, when some of the most miserable people in the world, facing repression, perhaps death, perhaps famine, perhaps war, up sticks with their wife and their children because they have no future there and they seek elsewhere, I'm afraid Europe and the United Kingdom are closing their doors in a way that is quite difficult to actually comprehend.
He's defended illegal immigrants, criticized tougher immigration policies, and remained loyal to the establishment approach that has transformed Britain over the past several decades.
What positivity is there about Reform? What is their unique selling brand? It's that they are opposed to Muslims and migrants.
This is why voters abandon politicians like John Major, Theresa May, Boris Johnson, and Rishi Sunak. They put foreigners, international institutions, and big business ahead of the British people. Finally, there's foreign policy. John Major is much closer to the modern Labour Party than to the populist right. He opposed ending Britain's long occupation of Afghanistan.
I think we were wrong to leave Afghanistan. I think we were wrong morally, but we were also wrong practically. It's also, I think, strategically very stupid. What does America and her allies leaving Afghanistan actually mean for their prestige and their own security? Do we think that Ukraine feels a little safer from Russia as a result of our scuttle from Afghanistan?
He supported the Iraq War. He backed the Libyan intervention that helped destroy that country. Today, he supports escalation in the Ukraine and opposes a negotiated peace. Once again, he stands against a public that has grown tired of endless foreign wars that never seem to benefit ordinary British people. Taken together, these positions explain why the establishment conservatives are collapsing. The populist right did not appear out of nowhere. It's the product of decades of failure by politicians like John Major. What do you think about establishment conservatives who support mass migration, endless war, and the surrender of British sovereignty? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy this content, thank you ahead of time for liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And I'll be back with you very soon.